Okay.
All right. Happy Monday. My face again this Monday. So I am so excited. Jenny Nelms is the best of the best when it comes to customer care. I know she has personally taken time to walk me through her systems, not once, twice, but several times. She is such a team player. She's not on our team, but she's taking time out of her team and her time to come here to show us her system. So thank you so much, Jenny. You said you've been with Plexus for what, 7 years?
Yes, I muted myself. Yes, 7.
All right. Well, that says something, right? When we all stick around for year after year. So, all right. Well, thank you again. I'm going to mute myself and you can take it away.
Okay. Well, if y'all are like me, when you first started with Plexus, you felt like you had to know all the things and you were just in awe of the people who could answer any of the questions. If there's anything I have learned, you do not have to know everything, but you learn as you go and you tweak as you go. So when Jess asked me, at first I was like, oh, yes, okay, I'll come share. And then it was like, oh, because to be very honest, my points from March to April went down. So retention was down. I was like, I've got to do something. We've got to tweak customer care on our team. I need to do something. And when it's a big task like that, a lot of times I'll procrastinate it. And when she asked, it was like the God wink of, you need to get this done and share it. So thank you for asking because I got it tweaked and I'm ready to share it with everyone. So let me start by just sharing my screen. And you guys tell me, can you see it? Good. Okay. I'm going to move. Let's see if I can move you guys over here. Okay. I like to see everybody's faces while I'm doing this. So set up extra monitors so I can do that. Okay. All right. So I have a step-by-step system. And to be very honest, it does not start once they order. I pretty much start the system as soon as I'm talking to them and making recommendations. And they are telling me what the issues that they're having are. Okay. Because that's really when your customer care starts, because they're telling you what problems they have that they want to fix. So that's why I love asking all the questions in the beginning before I place their order. I send the chart. I know we've all seen the chart, the Candida chart. Tell me how many things on here. A lot of people will just say everything in list one or the entire chart. Sometimes you can't get them to actually like pinpoint things. So you'll just kind of point out a few things. Do you see this one? Do you see this? Just kind of get an idea. You guys all know the recruiting system to get somebody to order, but it's really important to ask questions and listen to what they actually want to accomplish with taking the Plexus products because that's your goal in getting these products to work for them. So I really take a lot of pride in making sure these products work and they get the results that they want to see so that they continue to order. And when Jess asked how long I've been here, I still have people back from when I first started in 2017 that are still ordering. So that's huge when it comes to customer care and retention because we want that residual income. So this is my favorite part, to be honest with you. I like to put on what I call my like plexus hat and try to figure out exactly what will work for them and how to get it to work. So step by step, you first, let me just say this. If your customer care is working, meaning that your retention is good and people are reordering, don't change anything. That's huge, okay? Um, but as you notice from month to month, if points are going down, that's when you start to tweak things. That's what I noticed. Like I said, between March points and April points, that points were going down, and I needed to tweak things to make it a little bit easier for the girls under me to handle customer care. I don't even like to admit this, but I used to try to do the customer care for everyone on my team, even like down to level 4. That's not doable. That is like, do not do it. Teach them how to do the customer care, because that is one road to burnout. So, yes, exactly. It burns you out. That is exactly what I was going to say. So, maybe you'll see something in this that you want to add to your system, or I don't know. Everything I have on here is in Canva. If you need it, I can share it. Um, Yes, Bree. I see Bree's the math whiz. See, she said one customer ordering for 7 years, that's $1,500. That's a lot of money for one customer for 7 years. That's huge. Okay. All right. So days, basically, like I said, it starts. Now let me figure out how to get back to my screen. Okay. It starts with once they order. What I do is I send, and I'm going to go ahead and go to the next screen because I start basically as soon as that order comes in. I used to send an email out, but I've actually tweaked it now to where it's a graphic that goes out and I'm not doing emails where everything comes via text message. And it's a little bit easier versus them looking in two places for something from me. So I'm going to show you what my day one kind of looks like because it's a text message that goes to them. If you don't use like some kind of texting service, you don't have to. You can send this through Messenger. You can do anything. However, you're doing your customer care, just continue with it. So I got this graphic that kind of just says, welcome to your Plexus journey. Um, and it tells them who I am, what I'm here to do for them. And I give them 4 tips in the very beginning as far as like how to access your account through Plexus Go or through the webpage. We want them in Plexus Go because there's so much information in Plexus Go. There's videos they can watch, there's trainings, there's how to share with Plexus. There's all kinds of things in there. So we want them to download that app. So that's one of the things that I hit on multiple times, just like asking if they have an accountability partner. Do they have any friends that are suffering like them? These are things that I hit on multiple times throughout my whole customer care. Um, One of the things that you may not do that I do, I pretty much, Mina asked you schedule these text messages. I used to schedule them, Mina, but I don't anymore. I just send them. And I'll explain that in just a minute. I used to schedule them out, but when I schedule them out, sometimes they go out of order or they get one that I wasn't quite ready for them to get yet. So I've got them all to where I can just, I do have a texting program where I can just click on which one I want and it sends it. So that's how I do it now. Um, Please ask questions in the chat. I've got the chat up. I don't mind going back and forth and looking at the chat too. But I want them to be able to access their account. I want them to know that I don't want them to follow the instructions that come on the triplex booklet because that's got them doing way too many things at one time. I like to start them a little bit slower. So I always want them to get on a welcome call with me and I'll explain what I do on a welcome call. If I can't get them on a welcome call, I actually created a video that I send them. That's everything that I talk about in a welcome call. So that way, if I can't get them on, at least maybe they'll watch the video. Um, I always tell them that consistency is the key, that these products are not going to work if you're not going to use them every single day. And I give them my phone number and a way to get in touch with me and tell them I'm excited about it. So that's what they get as soon as they order from me. Another thing that I do, and you can do this if you want to. It is something that has actually helped with consistency and all the things. I buy these little bags from Amazon. They're like 29 cents a piece. I have these little pill organizers. I think these are like $2. I mean, you can look for all kinds of them on Amazon to try to find one that's, reasonable. I send them a sample of either active or hydrate, something they didn't order. Um, all in all, I use pirate ship when I ship it, so it's less than $10. I used to do custom letters to them, I mean, like handwritten letters to them, but I actually created a little something now that I send out with it. It's kind of just like a little welcome, how excited I am, and what these samples actually are and what they can do for them. And a pill organizer to keep them organized. I know this is investing in your business, but if I can tell you anything, they always send me a thank you for the pill organizer. They always fill it up because they're super excited about it. I know it makes me look like a senior citizen that I'm sending these, but I'm telling you guys, if you don't use one of these and they can put it right by their toothbrush, it simplifies it for them. So that's kind of one thing extra that I do on top of my customer care so that they have everything to keep them consistent in the beginning. And it's funny when I'm reaching out to them throughout like customer care, I will, they'll be like, well, I keep forgetting to take it. And I'm like, did I send you a pill organizer? Because I'm not perfect. I forget sometimes. And they're like, no, I didn't get that. And I was like, it's on the way. It's on the way. So I'll even send them after the fact. Yes, everything I have is in Canva. So I can share anything with you that I have. Just message me after and I'll send it to you. All right. So going back, so that's my day one. I always tell them this is a way to get in touch with me. Just simply reply back to me and it sends them a message right to me and then I'll get in touch with them. So day two, after they order, I'm reiterating Plexus Go because um, I want them to download this. Like I said, lots of information in Plexus Go. I want them to download that app and I want them to be able to download our website or to click on our website too. We have a team website that leads them through. It's got a welcome call on it. It has a video on subscriptions, which I'll share a little bit later on how to do those. And then it leads them into the actual business and what they can do with Plexus. So I always want to make sure that they download that Plexus Go and get into our webpage and take a look at it. The next thing is, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but those first orders are coming super fast. It used to be 3 days. Now it's like within two. I think I had somebody order on Friday and they got Thursday and they got their order on Saturday. It's so fast. So I'm always reiterating also about getting that welcome call scheduled. If I have not scheduled that welcome call with them, then I'm like, hey, I have a video that I can send you. Would you like to look at the video? And sometimes I'll send the video. But I like to get them on the phone for that welcome call because you go through so many things on a welcome call. And let me get to what exactly I go through on the welcome call. Do you guys do welcome calls still? Everybody still do them where you talk about the 90 days? I am really big on telling them, like, look, I started these products when I was 40 and I had 40 years of a bad gut to get rid of. This is not going to be a quick fix. This is something that's going to take time. So give me 90 days on these projects, and that's when the magic will happen. You're going to see something. You'll see results throughout those 90 days, but that 90 days is like your magic number. I remind them about the goals that they told me about that they wanted to to take care of or to get with the Plexus products. So I remind them why we're starting. Um, I talk to them about bowel movements, all the things. My kids love when I get on the poop talk with them. That's just like the favorite part of, they just giggle still and they're teenagers. But so I always talk about that, how important it is to be consistent. And I even tell them like even missing one day, you're kind of starting over in the beginning. So that is one of the things that I reiterate, like take these products every single day, use that pill organizer I sent you. Don't forget. I actually have one guy that he will text me and go, "Oh my God, I forgot my products. Can I take double today?" And I'm like, "It's okay. You can just take them the next day. It's fine." But because I talk about that so much, they know they have to take them every single day. I remind them about their water intake, all the things. One of the things that I do is I pretty much only start people on two different combos. It makes it simpler. It makes all the customer care a little bit easier, and these two combos get them results. I know one is triplex with two E's. I know you guys knew I was going to throw E's in there somewhere. Or I'll start them on triplex, balance, and ease. And sometimes I'll just do that one bottle of ease with that one. Those two combos are showing like amazing results. So those are kind of the ones I stick with everybody. And it makes it super easy. Yes, triplex and ease, it is. It keeps the customer care simple. You guys, I used to do mortgages at the bank, and there were so many mortgages, just like us, with so many different combos. And I pretty much sold the same mortgage every single time because it was simpler. Same thing with this. These combos work. Everybody needs gut health, and that's pretty much what I'm doing. So it makes the customer care a lot easier because it's pretty much the same thing for everybody. Um, I talk to them about subscriptions and how important it is that these subscriptions are going to run every single month to help you stay consistent. And I also talk to them about not really changing anything. I don't like them to make any changes to their diet or exercising more in the beginning, just because they notice that their diet is changing. They notice that they have more energy to exercise. So I don't want them adding that in on top of taking these products because I like that they see that that is something that is changing for them. So I don't ever have them change anything up. And I talk to them about, of course, staying in touch with me, letting me know all the things, even if it's something you don't think I need to know, the good, the bad, tell me all of it because that's how I can help you. I can't help you if you don't tell me. And then the last thing is I always ask them, when I first started this, I didn't know how many friends that I had that were actually struggling like I was. Would you want to put up a quick post, or do you have any friends that you know are dealing with some of the same things that you're dealing with? Because I can help you make a cart for them just like I made one for you to check out. Something really simple to bring in that extra duplication and get them an accountability partner. Okay. So that's kind of the instructions and stuff that I do in days 1 through 3. One thing that I recently switched to, I had one of those happy planners and it's so big on my desk that I went to Amazon and just got this weekly planner where I can see everything for the week. It's letter sized and I don't go weeks in advance. I pretty much handle my customer care on the Monday. We do customer care on Mondays on our team. So when I do my customer care on Monday, I'm always going, okay, well, what day do I need to check back in with them? Sometimes I'll set up a text that goes out if I've changed anything for them, so that it automatically goes out that I can check back to see if they've answered it. Um, and this just kind of makes it easier because it's something simple to see and it's all on one page. So that's one other thing that I switched up. And the other thing I switched up is I noticed that I was having to scroll back through text messages to try to figure out why they got started and all the things, going back into Plexus to make sure I started them on the right combo, even though I know I always started them on triplex and ease. So I have this customer care check-in now sheet that's got everything from when I start them to 90 days of taking Plexus. It's got stuff on here where it basically can put what day they started, what instructions you started them with, when you can check off when you check in with them. All the things are right here, so I don't have to go back and what their goals are. So it's all on one sheet so that I can print these out every time I sign somebody up and I can just look at this sheet every single time that I'm going to do my customer care. Felt like that would be something easier. So that was something that I've been wanting to create, and thanks to Jess, it is now created. So that is like days 1 through 3. Now, when I get them started, um, because I'm on the phone with most of them and telling them verbally, I always text them the instructions too. That is huge. If you're on the phone with them, remind them via text. I will tell you that I cannot tell you how many times I say, oh, thank you for sending that. I completely forgot you told me to increase. So we get to talking on the phone. That's probably one of my favorite parts is as we're talking on the phone, it's that relationship building. I have got friends all over now that I know their life. I know their kids. Like these are customers, but I've built a relationship with them. It makes it a lot easier for them to want to share. I actually have a girl that is a level 2 that is a hairdresser, and she has had amazing results with Plexus. And when I talk to her, she now is excited to share this with others as they're sitting in her hairstyling chair. And she's been referring them to me and putting them in three-way messages. So that's huge because now I've got that relationship with her and she knows that I'm going to take care of her customers just like that I'm taking care of her and getting them started on the right thing. So that's the next step. I'm looking at my time. I can't believe I've already done 20 minutes. So, all right. And I talk fast, so sorry about that. Um, these are my customer care messages. All right. These are very short. easy messages to send to people. This is all in a Word document, so I can send it to you and you can tweak it to sound like you. I cannot take credit for this because I got it from a diamond, one of those December diamond call videos that we got one year. She did her whole customer care on, and I went to her Google Drive and I kind of made it sound like me, and I've just been tweaking it here and there to sound more and more like me and shaking some of the stuff out. So these are kind of some of the messages that I send. What I will tell you is I tell everybody how to start by day 3. If things are going well, they pretty much all start the same way. They're drinking their slim. Um, when I get them on the welcome call, I'm asking, what's your biggest meal of the day? When do you feel like you're snacking the most during the day? So I try to figure out when to tell them when to take their drink their slim. Most of the time, it's in the afternoon around 3 to 4, so that by the time they get home for dinner, they're not snacking and then they eat a lighter dinner because they're not as hungry. So, trying to work around their schedule. I start everybody with 1 probiotic, 1 bio cleanse, and 2 E's at night. That's pretty much it. If they get 2 bottles of E's, they're taking 2 more E's in the morning. By day 3, I will tell you, if you're not starting people with ease, start them with ease because they're not detoxing. That's the huge part. They're not detoxing and they're starting to notice that the inflammation is coming off. By day 3 or 4, sometimes I'm already bumping them up to 2 probiotics and 2 bio cleanse. By week 2 to 3, I'm bumping them to 3 of each, and I tell them I just want them to stay on that for about a week or two, just to see so we can speed up that gut health, gut healing. And that's pretty much like how my customer care goes. Um, if you notice they're not answering you, get them on the phone. Um, Call them. You've got their phone number. See if they answer. They don't answer, say, hey, I tried to call you. Can we set up a time to talk? I just want to go through and make sure you're seeing the results that you want to see. Um, just that you're here to help them. So that's one of the things that I do is getting them on the phone. You find out a whole lot more information when you get them on the phone and just be listening to what they say and take those key things and just remind them, okay, well, these are the things that you started with. Like I told you, it wasn't going to be something that was going to be an overnight fix, but I promise we can get you there if you can do these things. Um, what is the thing? Keep reminding them of their goals because that is huge because there is a reason they started. And if you can keep reminding them why they started, they'll continue. So those are some of the things that I've got as far as customer care. I'm always reminding them of their perk points. As you look right here at my customer care check-ins, like I'll go to day 21, I'm reminding them that their subscription is going to run. I do that for the first 3 months, reminding them, hey, you've got a subscription that's going to run, just so they get the hang of it a little bit. By month 2, I'm already telling them they've got a free product. Can I help them pick something new that they want to try? Um, so I'm always reminding them of those things. All right, Jess, that's kind of my customer care. Um, Also always reminding them of their referral bonus and all the extra money that they can earn. So I know you had some questions, and did I miss anything that you guys may want me to elaborate on? Oh, one more thing I want to show you. I've got graphics that go with some of these also, like 30 days, what it should look like, 60 days, 90 days. And I send this one as far as what you think the healing journey is going to look like, but what it actually looks like. Those are just some of the graphics that go with some of these messages that I have over here. And we have 5 minutes before the call, so
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that was so good. Thank you so much, Jenny. It
you're
was like,
welcome.
it's so nice to just see how somebody else does customer care because then sometimes you're like, oh my gosh, I think that would work better for me. And like, there's no wrong or right way. It's just what works for you. But having a system that you can follow, I know for me is super helpful.
Yeah.
Can you guys just drop in the chat like what your biggest takeaway was and thank Jenny for her time? Um, I'm going to be honest, I had some questions, but you pretty much explained everything.
Okay,
Um,
good.
yeah, so like one of my questions was about like their subscription and their perk points, and you said, you know, that you remind them for the first 3 months. Let's see what else. Just I know you said if they're ghosting you, you call them. If they don't answer you when you call them, like what is your next, what do you do then?
I send them a text saying, "Hey, did you see I called? I was just trying to get in touch with you. Let me know if we can talk." Or I will actually say, "Okay, you know what, guys, bring out the elephant in the room. Be bold. Don't be afraid
Hmm.
because just because the products are not